It is a pleasure for me to introduce Professor Nikos Georgantsis, who is a leading member of our faculty, and ask Nikos to present his research, his interests, and how he will contribute in terms of our global DBA.
So I'm a professor of experimental economics. I am a director of the Wine and Spirits Business Lab here in the Burgundy School of Business. Together with my team, we are involved in several private and EU-funded projects in which we work together with a number of international consortia aiming at reducing pesticide use, at promoting sustainable practices, having an interest in everything along the entire supply chain from the farm to the consumer's table. We apply behavioral and experimental and quantitative methods to study consumer and producer attitudes towards sustainability, but also some other issues like the emergence of preferences, the emergence of social norms, everything that has to do with viticulture and similar areas of research. We are thrilled to be part of this, of our DBA program, in which we're ready to welcome and work together with enthusiastic researchers in order to build together this long-awaited bridge between excellence in academic terms and usefulness in terms of the needs of the industrial and the entrepreneurial sectors.
I think this is great that you bring this idea of impactful research for industry, for the green transitions, for all these things that you say you have done for many years now. Can you tell us about doctoral supervision?
Yeah, I have been heavily involved in supervision. I have supervised 24 PhD theses over the years. And I remember since I was a student that it looked like a dream to try to bring together all these academic efforts, the endeavor of academic excellence, the aspirations of publishing in good journals, bring it closer to a sector that, especially in Europe, was not aware of the possible usefulness of what we were doing for their everyday practices. So we hope that this has been already around Europe, but our global, our international DBA, I think, is a response to the needs of the times. So we're very happy to participate and to host some of your activities.
I think the time has come, and what we are trying to achieve in BSB, it will make the difference, especially in your field. Thank you very much, Nikos. I would like to ask you, Arvind, to tell us a bit more about your contribution in terms of the research, interests, and supervision for doctoral students in our DBA.
When I look at all these papers, the central theme of my research is how to build humane advances and institutions, which means responsible technology, and how we can use technology and institutions to solve the problems of the world, whether it's sustainable development or digital transformation, or including women or handicapped people, and so on. And these kind of transformations we need in all parts of the value chain, in all industries, especially in poor, underdeveloped countries. I've already supervised a few PhD students in co-direction with other universities, and I've been looking forward to the time when our school would start its own DBA program, where we could directly supervise students on questions which interest them and us. Having come from industry, after about 15 years of work experience in industry, I feel that a DBA student is closer to me than to many other professors who have a purely academic background.
I think this will be an enormous benefit to our DBA students, that you make this connection with industry and you can contribute the academic part, how to apply the theory and the models to their work. Thank you very much, Arvind.
Thank you.
Can you please tell us a bit more, Marilena, about your research interests and how you are going to contribute in our Global DBA.
Yeah, with pleasure. Okay, so I'm a professor of economics and entrepreneurship, and have all my research and my teaching activities has a specific focus on culture and arts. I'm Access Coordinator for the Access on Arts and Cultural Management, and our research topics are covering all fields of culture and creative industry. So we're talking about creativity, about innovation, about entrepreneurship in the cultural and creative sectors, which is more and more relevant. Within the research activities, we have different projects, so self-financed projects and international projects. Among these international projects, we got recently, it was last year, an Horizon, which is focusing on the GLAMs, so how the GLAMs, that according to European abbreviations, stands for Galleries, Libraries, Archive and Museums. They adapt to the pandemic's conditions, and they're using, in order to survive in this uncertain context, the theories of commons. And then we have, we're working also with other entities. For example, we submit a report for the European Commission about social inclusion, and we carried out, it was the leading researcher of a research team focusing on the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the cultural and creative industries, that has been commissioned by the WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Rights Organizations. And we already worked with the World Bank and other organizations focusing on culture, because culture, as you can imagine, has different implications. So it's not just the management of an artwork, of museums or of theaters, but it could have huge implications at national and international level.
I think it is very good in terms of international, global students, because our DBA is global in nature in terms of the learning experience, but it will attract, it has already a lot of applicants from all around the world. So the focus on humanities, on arts, management, on culture, and on the international dimension, I think this will be very valuable for our program. Thank you very much, Marilena.
Well, it was a pleasure.